Hi, this is SJ with SJ Tarot Therapy. This is an all signs reading for the person you are not in contact with, the person that is on your mind, somebody who you would like to know about how they are doing, how they feel about you, and the connection they have with you. You can always check your rising sign, sun sign, moon sign, and even your Venus. You can also check this person's zodiac signs as well if you know them. If it doesn't resonate, then the reading's just not for you. And always feel free to reverse the roles. So let's get started with Aries. Hi, Aries. Let's see what's going on with your person right now. Where is your person at right now? What's going on with Aries person right now? What's going on with Aries person right now? The Hunter. Well, they may be trying to figure out a way to get back into contact with you. They're going after something. They feel motivated. There's a very active energy here. So they may be very busy in their life. What are they going after? What is Aries person going after? Let's take that one. Well, didn't want to come out. Okay, here we go. 8 of Cups. You must have walked away from this person and they want to come back to you. They want to get you. They want to get you to look at them and to notice their energy, like that they're focusing on you. What else? Judgment and the Magician reversed. They want a second chance. They feel like they messed up. They messed up with you. They want a chance. They want a do-over. Okay, well, how do they perceive you in this? How do they perceive you in this? Do you even want, would you even be willing to, do they think you would be willing to give them a second chance? So how are they feeling about you? Or, sorry, how do they perceive you in this? How do they perceive Aries? Seven of Swords reversed. That you may not be open. They think you won't be open to trying again. Like you're not open to possibilities or figuring out how to make something work. I don't know why it's coming into my mind, but maybe there's actual physical distance between you and the logistics are just not something that you are wanting to work out at this time. This person may also be an Aries with this Hunter card. Just picking that up. How else do they perceive you right now? They may feel like, and this is specific, so it might not resonate with you, but they may feel like you were kind of squirrely on how you got out of this connection. Almost like they didn't really see it coming. How else do they perceive you? Strength and the Lovers reversed. Yeah, they really see you as being standoffish, very confident in your decision to have walked away, and very confident in not giving a second chance. They really feel like you are over this connection. Yeah. What happened? Why did you walk away? Why did Aries walk away? And again, reverse the roles if needed. Why did Aries walk away? This could be for somebody specific, but I do see that they perceive you as being manipulative, that perhaps you found somebody else to go and be with. That's just for a select few. And again, roles could be reversed. Maybe they left you for somebody else and you feel like they were, being secretive. Okay, so what happened? Why did Aries walk away? Why did Aries walk away? The Empress reversed. They didn't treat you right. You didn't feel like they were appreciating you. Ace of Wands reversed. How was this laying? Okay, this was laying. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. I think I got that right. That this is the way, the direction they were. Two of Wands, Four of Wands. You left for something that made you feel appreciated and wanted. That kind of brought you to life. I feel like with this Ace of Wands reversed, maybe you just weren't into this person, or they made you feel like they weren't into you. I see there were maybe other options, or you were just tired of waiting to see if they would make you their number one, which they didn't. But now they're really regretting that decision, or they're regretting how they treated you. They feel like they drove you away. They're seeing that now. They may have been secretive and manipulative. It might have been them, and that's why you walked away. They didn't realize how strong you were. Like, they just didn't see you for you. They treated you like they treat all the other options. Or they just didn't realize that you just don't put up with that. Or you don't put up with that for long. You got bored with this connection. Yeah, because they weren't giving to you. There was not an equal give and take here. I think you were more in it than them. And now that you've walked away, they want to be in it. But I just don't see that that's something you are going to do. But hey, let's check it out. What do they plan on doing, and what do you plan on doing? So what does the person Aries is not in contact with, what's their plan? What's their intention moving forward in the near future? Okay, in the near future. What does the near future mean? I don't know. It's really just depends. The moon reversed. They may come and try to clear the air, like express how they really feel, because now they know how they feel. Let's get one more card on that. They want to express how they feel. So what's their plan? What are they going to do? Ten of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, they want to communicate how much you mean to them now, how their life isn't complete without you, the life they want to build with you. So I wouldn't be surprised if you do receive some sort of communication from them at some point, and that's what they're going to say. I'm not seeing an actual card of true action, so I'm not sure if they're going to say this to you, but this is what they want to say. What's your intentions? I mean, I think I know what your intentions are moving forward, but let's get an idea of what you would do moving forward with this person, what you want to do. Page of Wands. Okay, we've got a few cards here. The Emperor, Four of Cups reversed, and Five of Wands reversed. Maybe you would do like a fling with them, just like a one-night stand. But I see you being very closed off and just not really wanting to get back into that fray. You certainly don't want to be in competition with anybody else. They would really have to prove themselves to be solid for you. But I don't really see you being super serious about entertaining them seriously. Like I said, you could be interested in something more just physical, but I don't really see that lasting unless they really showed up. Now, there could be somebody in your life that is showing up in much more of a solid way that you're having fun with, who doesn't make you feel like you're in competition with somebody else and who is capturing your interest. So you'll have to read that the way that works for you. But that's what I see for you, Aries. So I'm going to let's draw a word for your person, an angel card word, responsibility, and a word for you. Forgiveness. So if this person does come forward, they need to come forward with a really, not just like a good offer, but they really need to show that they're out of their immature ways with you, that they're responsive. They need to show that they can handle the responsibility of you and a commitment. And the angel cards are saying forgiveness on your end, that maybe you could be open to forgiving them. That doesn't mean you have to get back together with them. That doesn't mean that at all. It's just considering forgiveness for this person for how they treated you. Okay, moving on to Taurus. Hi, Taurus. This is your all signs reading for the person that you are not in contact with, someone who is on your mind. Feel free to reverse the roles. Okay, let's get started. Taurus, what's going on with the person that you are not in contact with? What's going on with Taurus's person? The Shaman. They must be going through an awakening, but like a dark night of the soul. They're in the darker side of things. They may be seeking out like some alternative healing methods for themselves. It could even just be for a physical ailment. They're definitely interfacing with some darker parts of themselves. Like they're seeing it though. They're seeing it. They're not just projecting it on people. They're I'm just getting the phrase they're having a coming to Jesus with themselves. So if you haven't been in contact with this person for a while, something could have happened in their life that's triggered this, or it could be the loss of you that has triggered this. I feel like they're pretty deep in it, but they're like there's no going back from them being in this state. Like they can't go back to, they can't unknow what they know now. You know, their change is happening in their world, in their inner world. You know, but is it something that people on the outside would really see right now? Is it something that they're able to fully embody? Let's get more on the shaman. What's going on with Taurus's person and the shaman card? Knight of Wands reversed. So I see them really pulling back their energy from everyone, not just you. They may even be celibate right now on purpose. They may have, from what they're seeing within themselves, they may be angry at themselves, like turning in on against themselves, like on themselves, seeing where they were responsible for hurting others, like they feel bad inside themselves. They're angry at how they treated you. They may have just treated you like a sexual object for them, you know, like very surfacey. How do they perceive Taurus? How does this person perceive Taurus right now? How does this person perceive Taurus right now? The Emperor. Walled off. Like stern. Kind of like, I'm just done putting up with your crap. I'm just not doing that anymore. You know, you're like, they think you look at them like they're a child compared to you, which might actually be very true, that you're much more mature than them. Like they see you as somebody that you like don't even come at you unless you're going to come at you with something legit, solid. Like they can't come to you unless they've done the work. Like don't even bother yourself, person I'm not in contact with. Don't bother. If you haven't done the work, don't bother showing up here at my door. Like putting your foot down. You know, you may have given them an ultimatum and that's it. They may see you as somebody who's very in control of your life. There might be an age difference here, where you're older. How else do they perceive you? Ten of Swords. They perceive you as just having been hurt one too many times, whether it's all by them or just by them and previous partners. That you've endured a lot of pain and betrayal, and Like that, you're not going to take that on anymore. And they perceive you possibly as being, as having that betrayal has caused you to close off or just be very protective over yourself. Like I said, I think before, walled off. I'd like to get another card on the Shaman and the Knight of Wands on where this person is at right now. Where is this person? What's going on with them? The World in reverse. Like, they're trying to heal the part of them that just is stuck in a toxic pattern with themselves. They may have an addiction issue. They could even be in rehab right now. They would like a second chance. Like, they don't want this to be over with you. They don't feel like it's over. How else do they perceive Taurus? Knight of Swords reversed. That you are not interested in communication with this person at this time. That if they came to you, you may not be very nice to them. You might not have a lot of nice things to say. That you are moving on and the direction you're going is not in the direction of them. What is this person's plan in the near future with Taurus? This person could have had a temper too. 10 of Wands reversed. Or, sorry, upright. Their plan is to continue the work that they're doing. They know they can't even try to talk to you because, like, you're with the Emperor here, you're just not, you know, if they still have the same issues, it's not going to mean anything to you. And they're still very deep in a healing process with themselves. They have a lot to unload. They've got a lot going on. What else is their plan? What else is their plan with Taurus? Ten of Cups reversed. Yeah, I don't see them coming towards you in the near future. They wouldn't even know what to offer you because they don't know how to be happy themselves or how to contribute to a stable relationship. They would not know how to do that in a healthy way. So they know not to come toward you. What's your intention with this person? What's Taurus's intention? 8 of Cups, walking away. You're still gonna just keep moving on. What else is your intention with this person? King of Wands. There's something you're going towards that you're really passionate about, very confident about. Could be another person in your life. We have Temperance reversed. You're just not going to wait for this person. Your patience has run out. And you feel like this person would really imbalance your life. And you're really protecting your reality right now. You're protecting your peace. And you feel like this person, you really see the difference between this, how this person came at you very immaturely, kind of out of control, like I said, maybe with a temper or addiction issues. And now you're going to go, you want to find, if you haven't found somebody who is so much more mature than that and has their shit together and is passionate about you in a healthy sexual way, then you will. You're heading towards a time in your life now, a new chapter where that person is. So that's what the cards say. Let's get a word for for the person that you are not in contact with from the angel cards. Depth. So they are diving deep into themselves for sure. They're on a journey. It's going to take a while. For you, purification. That's, you still may be trying to shake off this person's energy because I think it was toxic, Taurus. I think they were toxic in your life. Yep. Okay, Taurus. Well, good luck. And let's move on to Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to the All Signs reading for the person you are not in contact with. The person that's on your mind. Reverse the roles if you need. All right, Gemini, let's see what's going on with your person right now. What's going on with Gemini's person right now? The Starborn. Well, they could be experiencing some fame, moving up in the world, getting attention. They also are dreaming of you. They think you're very special, unique. You could have fame. They want to know you better, know you more. Like they want you to let them into their circle. They want you to let them, into your circle. Just make sure I said that right. They fantasize about you. What else is going on for Gemini's person? Like, I think this might be somebody who you don't know very well. Like, this isn't like a past relationship. This is somebody that you've had communications with, crossed paths with, maybe not even deliberately, but they just happen to be in your same circle or like at your job, but they're in a different department or something like that. But they really are intrigued by you. So this could be somebody who, when we started the reading, you may have had someone else in your mind about no contact, who you're not in contact with, but this actually might be somebody else that you weren't even considering and who's showing up in this reading. So what else is going on with this person? Eight of Wands reversed. So they're holding back, but Six of Cups. So they feel a connection with you. They feel a connection with you. This could be somebody from your past, maybe like a childhood friend or something. But I don't think this is somebody who you were in a really deep relationship with, where there's a lot of baggage there and a lot of history. There could be history if this person was just a childhood friend, and by default there's history there. This just feels a little lighter than that, but they're intimidated by you. They're afraid to come forward. They're not sure if you would receive them the way they are hoping you would. Oops. How do they perceive you, Gemini? Eight of Swords in reverse. They perceive you as really sure of yourself and where you're at in your life. That you probably wouldn't consider somebody like them. Like they're sure that you would not be open to them. Five of Wands, because they think that there's competition. There's other people involved. And so this could be a work situation where there's too many like layers of hierarchy between you. So you could maybe be a boss to them or just a higher level, or they could be vice versa. I'm not seeing necessarily either way. But they just see you so confident about yourself. That's why I thought, well, maybe you're higher than them, but that doesn't have to be the case. Or like maybe they're like a friend of your sibling or something. Or like they're a friend of maybe an ex or your friend's ex. They're friends with your friend's ex, or, where it's like there's a lot of tricky dynamics. And competition. So they may see you on social media with just a lot of people, that you're very beautiful to them. So they think that they wouldn't be able to match you. You wouldn't think that you're an equal match to them. How else do they perceive you? How else do they perceive Gemini? That's too many. How else do they perceive Gemini? The Fool. I see that they perceive you as being carefree. Maybe that you've started something new in your life. You're starting a new adventure. There's like an innocence about you and a freedom about you that it really intrigues them. So what are their intentions with moving forward? What's this person's plan with Gemini in the near future? What's this person's plan? I think these fell out earlier and I threw them back in. So Two of Swords reverse, and they may build up the courage. I think they're going to. They just need to get out of their head, and when they do, they're just going to go for it. They're just going to, I think they're looking for a good window of opportunity, maybe when people aren't around. Don't be surprised if all of a sudden like if they ask you to dinner or communicate how they feel. And I just get this feeling it'll be like you will really be caught off guard. You won't be expecting it because it's like the minute that they get out of their head, they make the decision, they're just going to do it. They're not going to overthink it. They're just going to feel inspired. Like, oh, what the hell? I'm just going to do it. If she rejects me, oh well. But what if she doesn't? And what if there's a possibility for something to start up with us? A new start. They're hoping that you would be open to something new with them. To just be open to the possibilities. What's Gemini's intention with this person? King of Pentacles reverse. I just don't think, you may not still even know who I'm talking about. You're just not seeing this person. I just feel like the cards are saying you should open your mind to who this could be, because you really aren't seeing it. And you may be focused on something else. Like, even if this person were to come towards you, it's like you may miss that opportunity because maybe there's somebody else in your life and that's that competition. Well, I dropped a card. And so you might be like holding out for somebody else and you'll miss this opportunity. How else do they perceive you? Hanged Man and Death card in reverse. Or yeah, so what's your intention? I think you will have an aha moment about this person. If this is somebody that you know who this is, if you have a little bit of a history, you're going to be open to, they may convince you to be open to trying again with them. Bottom of the deck is Two of Wands. Just keeping an open mind. I think that's all they want, is just an opportunity. Like, this just doesn't feel like it's super serious or needs to be super serious. Page of Pentacles in reverse and Six of Wands. I think you're not going to go after this, but they will. And I think that they'll just shower you with so much attention. They already do. You just don't know it. They may have already tried to give you, like, let you know that they like you, that they're into you, but you're not seeing it. Maybe because you have other options, but they just really think the world of you. Okay, let's get a word for Gemini's person from the angel cards. Awakening. So they've definitely had an awakening. Like, they know they're into you. And the awakening is also going to be when they get out of their head to come have the courage to talk to you, ask you out. For your word is play. Yeah, this doesn't have to be super serious to be open to seeing what this person is about. I think that's all this person wants, is just, I think you could have fun with this person. This feels like a really light energy, but genuine. Not manipulative. I don't see anything manipulative in this. If anything, I just see you more closed off and kind of stubborn, not looking and keeping your options open to possibilities that might not fit the mold of what you think it should be. This person just needs to get confidence in themselves. And that might be why you haven't noticed them. All right, Gemini. Hopefully that helped. Let's move on to Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Welcome to the All Signs reading. This is about the person that you are not in contact with at this time. Someone who is on your mind. Let's do one more shuffle. Reverse the roles if you need. All right. Cancer, what's going on with your person that you are not in contact with right now? What's going on with Cancer's person? The prayer. So they may be hoping, they may be praying that they can get you back in their life, that they can have an opportunity with you, that you would forgive them for something that they did. They're feeling, and when I say this, I don't mean it in a derogatory way, but they feel desperate, like their energy feels desperate, but not like in a desperate way. Just they feel vulnerable, like kind of obsessive, but not obsessed, not toxic, but just intentional. They're intentionally thinking about you. They may have heard something about you and they're sending you prayers. All right, let's see what else is going on with Cancer's person. What else is going on with Cancer's person? What's going on with Cancer's person? Okay, there we go. 9 of Wands reversed. They, something may have happened to them, that they're recovering from something. They need prayers, or they're just hoping they get through. Maybe you've been praying for them and they're saying, hey, I've received your prayers. Thank you. Or they are thinking about how they hurt you, and they're hoping you are recovering, that they maybe did damage to you, hopefully not physically, but just more, I'm hoping it's more like, you know, they just hurt you and they know they did, and I think they feel bad about it if they did. Like I said, they want to give you an apology. What else is going on with Cancer's person? 2 of Swords. They're not sure if they should actually give you an apology, like how you would receive that, if you would be able to receive that. Something else came up for me. This is very specific, but you could be in rehab and they, you know, just want the best for you and hope that you're recovering. Like they feel stressed mentally. You know, I mentioned obsessive thoughts, like a back and forth, maybe replaying something over and over where they hurt you. How do they perceive you? 8 of Wands. Let's get another one. How do they perceive you? How do they perceive Cancer? Two of Cups. They either perceive you as going after a new relationship, really into somebody new, or that they think you would be willing to talk to them, to be open to another chance with them. they think that you really loved them. That maybe, they walked away from you and you just loved them so much because they were wounded and you've just always held a good space for them. But they may not know if they're ready for something. Like they are thinking about you, but they also have some like I feel them that they're a little distant as well. Kind of like somebody who would be recovering, like they feel a little distracted. How else do they perceive you? Here we go. Strength in reverse. I do think maybe they left you because they were not in a good place and they just didn't appreciate the love you were trying to give them and the support. But I think they do, but they didn't make you feel that way, so they may perceive you as being weak, and I don't necessarily mean that in a negative way, but from their vantage point, it's like, why would you love a guy like me or a girl like me? Why would you love somebody like me? This person doesn't really feel like they're in a great place with themselves. Let me get another card on them. The Hermit. Yeah, they're not. They're not in a good place with themselves. It's like they're purposely isolating themselves, and maybe you've been trying to reach out to them and they're just like rejecting. But it's like they don't want to reject it, but they can't really let it in either. What is their intention in the near future with Cancer? Four of Swords and King of Swords reversed. I just don't see them doing anything. I just see them continuing to turn inward on themselves, but not necessarily in a good way. It's like they're withdrawing. Like they just want to be left alone. What's your intention with this person? Did something flip? No. Okay. What's your intention with this person? What's Cancer's intention with this person? The Fool in reverse. I think you're getting the memo that they're just not in a place to be in a relationship right now. What else? What else is Cancer's intention with this person? Eight of Cups. Yeah, you've got the memo. You're walking away, but with love. I think I'm not sure this person really hurt you specifically, except they did walk away, but they walked away for their own reasons. And, you're just like, I'll love you from afar, Oh, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you're just Three of Swords and Nine of Cups. I think you're both heartbroken. You're both not happy about the situation, but it just feels out of your hands. it kind of fills out of the person's hands too. There's just a lot going on with this person right now. You just need to stay focused on the things you have going on. Okay, what's the word for Cancer's person? Birth. Yeah, so they're going through something. And your word, Cancer's word, strength. So there's that strength in reverse. So I think you just need to focus, get strong, focus on your power, feeling powerful in your life. And that's where your power lies, is in yourself, in your life. I think this person is going to come out the other side. It's just going to take some time. All right, Cancer. Well, there's your reading. Hope it helped. Let's move on to Leo. Hi, Leo. Welcome to the All Signs reading. This is for the person that you are not in contact with, the person that is on your mind. Feel free to reverse the roles. All right. Let's see what's going on with Leo's person that they are not in contact with. What's going on with Leo's person that's on their mind? The Mystic. They may be wanting to come toward you because they perceive you as being very shiny, alluring. Like you make them feel powerful. You may, make them see parts of themselves that nobody ever has. Like you helped them to maybe harness their own strength and power, their own healing. And like they miss that. They miss you. They miss what they got from you. This could also be them going after something else that's shiny. They could be on a healing journey to be a healer themselves. They feel a little, I don't know if distracted is the right word, maybe like ADHD kind of. So let's just see what else is going on with Leo's person and the Mystic card. What's going on with Leo's person and the Mystic card? What's going on with Leo's person? Queen of Swords. Yeah, something really has their attention. And I believe it's you. I really do. They're watching you. They're looking at you. But from afar. But, oh, they really want to come towards you. They really want to come toward you. What else? What else is going on with Leo's person? Four of Pentacles. They're really holding back this intense pull. They're really trying to hold back from coming toward you. It's really hard for them. because there's that, like I said, that ADHD energy. It's an impulsive energy, and they're holding back. Something's keeping them back from you. What's holding them back? What's holding this person back from coming toward Leo? The Emperor. So this could be somebody you work with. They could be in an authoritative position. So they just logistically cannot come toward you. This could be, they just feel so contained, but they are like exploding on the inside. They're going nuts on the inside. Nuts. Like they're thinking about you any chance they get. You're distracting them. In their mind, they're getting distracted. So they're just trying to stay focused on the task at hand. They may have been hurt in the past, and so they're guarded, even though instinctually they just want to, tell you everything or show how they feel, but they may have been burned in the past, so they're holding back. There could be somebody in your life, like you could be in a relationship, and that's what's holding them back too. How do they perceive Leo? Devil in reverse. They perceive you as like maybe you wouldn't be willing to cross boundaries and lines just for a fun time. Like you're not obsessed with them. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, like you're really sure about that. That's how they perceive you. That you know what you want. You don't play in a shady playground. You don't entertain that kind of stuff. Like you're very by the book. You follow the rules. And I get that this person, like, they make it look like they follow the rules, but they are totally open to breaking the rules for you. They would break the rules for you. How else do they perceive this, Leo? How else do they perceive Leo? They think you're very powerful. Like, you've captured them in a way that they've not been captured before. Like, you've enticed them, and I really don't think you've even tried. I think it's just you being you, but they cannot figure out. They seriously feel like they've never met somebody like you. They can't quite figure out how it is that you've made them so into you. How else do they perceive you? The Fool and Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, just very beautiful. You have your stuff together. But there's a lightness about you that they are really attracted to. Like a very feminine, a beautiful, if you're a male and how this person is perceiving you as a male, they still feel like you're a very, very abundant energy. You just might wear really nice clothes, wear really nice cologne or perfume. They hope that you would be willing to just take a leap of faith and try something with them. They see you very focused on your work. kind of standoffish. They see you as being standoffish. What's their intention with you moving forward? Okay, that's too many. Let's see. I'll take this one. We're going to... Queen of Cups. I mean, they really, really, really want to come toward you. Okay. They want to tell you how much they like you. What else? What else is their intention with Leo? Page of Swords. Yeah, they're gonna tell you. They won't be able to hold it in much longer. Yeah. They may just send you a message. They may like send you a message on chat, but it might be kind of like covert, you know. I think they're communicating with you now. They're making eye contact with you, or they have liked one of your social media posts. Okay, what's your intention with this person? What's Leo's intention? Lovers reverse, 10 of Pentacles. You might be in a relationship with somebody. They might be in a relationship with somebody. And so that's what's just keeping you holding back. I do see you. What's your intention? Holding back. This also may be, if it's not a third party situation, it's just like a work situation. It's an environment. Like this, like I said, they think you play by the book, and I think you probably do. You just want to keep things clean. What's on the bottom? 8 of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Wands. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Very work related here. I definitely think I think you've noticed them too, but you're just not willing to go there. It's work situation. It could be work and third party situation between one or both of you, that where it's just like, yeah, I mean, of course we're attracted to each other, but like it's kind of pointless. It's not a good idea. What's a word for Leo's person? Beauty. That is exactly how they see you. I mean, they just can't. They watch you, you know. If they see you at work, they're looking at you. They're watching you. They're excited to see you. They look at your social media posts. If it's not work, somehow, like they like seeing you. They may be looking at old pictures of you. Your word is respect. I mean, that's just, again, you are following the rules. You're respecting boundaries. You're just not going there. Yeah, that's what's going on for you, Leo. Okay, hope that helped. Let's move on to Virgo. Hi, Virgo. This is your all signs reading for the person you are not in contact with. The person that is on your mind. Feel free to reverse the roles. All right. What's going on with Virgo's person that they are not in contact with? The Poet. They're trying to figure out a way to communicate with you, to tell you how they feel. I think they feel a lot for you, I think they have feelings for you. I think they are feelings they've not ever told you. They want to talk to you. They have so much to say. What else is going on with Virgo's person? They may even be like drafting an email or text messages to you, but they haven't communicated because this is the person you are not in contact with reading. So you've not gotten the communication from them, but They want to communicate with you. They think that you speak very beautifully. They may really like your voice, your handwriting, just how you say things, your laugh. How else does Virgo's person feel about them? Or, yeah, what's going on with Virgo's person? Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they're not talking. They're holding all this in. They are looking for you on social media, but I feel like they can't find you. They don't see a lot. So they kind of feel in the dark about you. What else is going on with this person? What else? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. There could be a third party here, and that's why they're not communicating with you. They don't, if that's the case, the person they're with may be cold, boring, like overbearing, kind of motherly. And they're really, whether that's true or not for a third party, they're holding back how they really feel. They're not showing it, and they're not doing anything about it. Like, they're not cultivating it, you know. They're not trying to have a new beginning with you, but they also in their life, they feel like things have stopped growing in their life. They feel stuck. Like they don't want what they have. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about Virgo? How do they feel about Virgo? How does Virgo's person feel about Virgo? Six of Cups. They feel a connection with you. Ace of Swords. They would definitely want to talk to you. They're very clear about how do they feel about you? How do they I asked how they feel. I kind of meant to ask how they perceive you, but we'll do how they feel. They are very clear about their connection with you. They know what they want because you've stirred something up in them. Something that they haven't felt in their life, at least in their current life. Okay, how do they perceive you? How do they perceive Virgo? How do they perceive Virgo? Ten of Wands reverse. Like you walked away from this situation because it was too complicated. How else do they perceive Virgo? That like you don't need any more complication in your life. Maybe that you already have enough. They know you have enough. They know you have a lot on your plate, and you don't want any more. You don't need any more. And I think they do have some baggage. How else do they feel about Virgo? How else do they feel about Virgo? Or perceive. Sorry. How do they perceive Virgo? Ugh, I keep getting that wrong. How do they perceive Virgo? King of Swords. You know, you're focused. They think you're focused. That you are very clear in your boundaries and intentions, and you're cold. that maybe you've drawn a line in the sand with them. They feel like they can't, they can't get to you. Almost like you're untouchable. They may not know how to contact you. I think you walked away from something with this person, an environment or a situation. They perceive you as the sun in reverse. That they think that you are not into them, that you don't see them the way they see you. That you're not even like looking in their direction, really. I think they perceive you as not happy. What's their intention with Virgo moving forward? The Star. 8 of Swords. They want to fix this with you, but there's a lot holding them back. But they dream about you, they fantasize about you, they think about you. They imagine what they would say, how it would go, their first, coming together with you, how, your first kiss with them. I keep, this has happened twice now where the Justice in reverse has come up. I got to pull that out because it's flipped over twice. And so I just can't help but think you walked away from a situation that was not doing you justice. It wasn't fair. That's why they think you're not happy, you're walled off. I'm not sure if it's about this person or it's just a situation that kind of indirectly involves this person. What's your intention moving forward with this person? What's Virgo's intention moving forward with this person? The Lovers. Well, I think if they came to you, you'd be open to it. 7 of Pentacles. I think you're waiting. You're focused elsewhere, but I think that in time, maybe something could come between you two, like something could work out. This person just they need to get out of a situation that's keeping them really tied down. What's a word for Virgo's person? Power. They may be in a power position. They may need to see their own power in this situation. They may need to just harness their power here to get out of their situation and come to you. What's your word? Balance. Yeah, that's that focus. I mean, I just think if you are unhappy about what transpired and what made you move on, you've got a lot of burdens that you're carrying and you're trying to offload. I think you're just really focused on your life right now. It's just not a good time anyway for you two. I don't think you two are going to have any interactions soon, but I do feel this person is really, you're on their mind. Okay, Virgo, that's your reading. Hopefully that helped. Let's move on to Libra. Hi, Libra. Welcome to your all signs reading. This is for the person that you are not in communication with. The person that is on your mind. Feel free to reverse the roles. And let's see what's going on with Libra's person. What's going on with Libra's person that they are not in contact with? The Destroyer. Well, either something in their life is blowing up or they blew up something with you. And there's still a fallout there. Like they're in a ground zero situation. or they want to destroy something in their life that's not serving them anymore because it's keeping them from you. What else is going on with Libra's person right now? What's going on with Libra's person? Too many. Too many. 8 of Wands. I think a lot's going down in their life. A lot is going down in their life. A lot's coming at them. A lot's going down. They could be, a marriage could be breaking up. You know, maybe I'm just hearing like they got a promotion or something. They may have to like move. They may have heard of something. 8 of Cups reversed. I feel like this is a forced walking away. Maybe their current partner gave them some news that is forcing this breakup. Death and rebirth. So yeah, there's an ending here in their life. And it came out of nowhere for them. They feel like it did. They're pretty overwhelmed right now. How do they perceive you? 2 of Pentacles. That you've got a lot going on. You've got other irons in the fire, other options. What else? Wheel of Fortune reversed. That they missed an opportunity with you. I feel like they feel like they should have listened to you. They feel like they should have picked you. They perceive you as just on your own path, like a different path than them. The Fool in reverse. Yeah, like you've got other things going on in your life. Like it's like there's no crossing of paths, just very different paths that you were both on. That you wouldn't be willing to do another try with them, another start with them. Let's get another one. Well, how do they feel? Because this is how they perceive you. How do they feel about you? 6 of Cups reversed. Like they miss you. They knew they had a connection with you. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like they made a wrong choice and it's blowing up in their face right now. The Hero font. Yeah, they missed out on a commitment with you. I think they could have chosen somebody else or just a different path. And they're regretting it. They're regretting it. Yep. And they know like you're not. I don't think you're going to they think you're not going to give them a second chance. What's their intention with Libra moving forward? Justice. Well, I think they feel like they're getting their karma with whatever's blowing up in their world. For sure. They may even tell you that, like you were right. You may get a communication like that. What else is their intention with Libra? Knight of Cups reversed. Yeah, an apology. Yeah, I think you're gonna get an apology. Once things settle down, it might not be like in the very near future, because I think they're really knee deep in some craziness in their life right now. What's Libra's intention with this person? Two of Cups reverse. Yeah, you're not going to give them another chance. I think you'll hear them out, but it'll be as a friend. What else is Libra's intention? Queen of Swords reverse. Yeah, like you've cut them out. They're going to stay cut out. And you may very well say, I told you so. Yep. You might rub it in a little bit like you did choose wrong. You did choose wrong. What's the bottom of the deck? Star reversed. Ace of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Yeah, if they could go back, they would. They really would. I think they knew it very, very soon after they made the decision to choose another option, that they chose wrong, and they really, that they did hurt you, and they just didn't value and see, how special you were, that you're very unique. There's nobody like you. Like, you're not easily replaceable. They're in regret. They're in deep regret. What's a word for Libra's person? Contentment. Well, I think they're going to have to find contentment with the decisions they made, It's like they made their bed, now they have to lie in it. What's your word, Libra? Transformation. Yeah, I think you've just moved on. I think you've moved on. So I don't think this person's really on your mind too much. Maybe on your mind enough to have them come up in this reading, but maybe that was more just like curiosity. I just think you know your worth now. Yeah. All right, Libra, that's your reading. Hopefully that helped. Let's move on to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, welcome to your all signs reading for the person you are not in contact with, the person that is on your mind. This is just a general reading, and feel free to reverse the roles as needed. Okay, let's see what's going on with Scorpio's person that they are not in contact with. What's going on with Scorpio's person that's on their mind? The gem. Well, they think you're pretty darn special, Scorpio. That you were like finding a needle in a haystack. You're not in contact with this person, so there's a reason why, but they think about you and they compare you to others. Yeah. Like, they gave up a good one. That was a rare find. You were a rare find, a rare opportunity. They overlooked you, perhaps. What else is going on with Scorpio's person? Eight of Swords. They messed something up with you. Like, they just couldn't nail you down. They wouldn't nail you down. What else? Five of Swords. Like they're angry at themselves. They don't know how to undo what they did. Like, it's like they're torn up about it, but at the same time, they know they messed up to the point where they're not even trying to figure out how to unravel that, because they're like, I can't. I mean, I cannot fix this situation. Like, I messed up that bad. I missed that opportunity. I mean, I should have, coulda, woulda, and to the point where they're just like, there's nothing I can do. Seven of Swords. You may have caught them doing something that wasn't right. Cheating, flirting with others, lying, just being sneaky, manipulative. And they're just like they know you saw that part of them. I'm just getting that this person is really insecure, and you kind of intimidated them. They wouldn't ever say that. All right, how do they perceive Scorpio? How do they perceive Scorpio? The Sun reversed, not giving them attention at all. Like, you are not impressed. You wouldn't give them the time of day. You're being shiny somewhere else. How else do they perceive Scorpio? Five of Wands reversed. Yeah, I feel like there was competition. They made you an option, or they had others on the side. They were lying about it, and you were just like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not playing in that playground. And they perceive you as like, no one compares to you. There is no one like you. And I've tried. That's what they're thinking. I've tried to look for them, and they're all the same, and none of them are like you. How else do they perceive Scorpio? The Chariot reversed. Moving away from them. Like, getting away from them as fast as you possibly can. Dodging a bullet. What's their intention? Justice. They they know they messed up. The karma is the karma is they don't get to have you, and they get to know that you're shining somewhere else, that they just like really blew it, and like they're an idiot. You know, it's even their friends are just like, you're an idiot. Their family, like their siblings, they're just like, you're an idiot. Two of Swords reversed. Well, they're very clear. They understand where they messed up. Like they messed up. They may tell you that next time they see you. Knight of Wands. They just think you are the cat's meow. They just really want another shot with you. What's your intention with this person? What's Scorpio's intention in the near future? Like, this person may come at you, like you may see them at a party or a bar or something, and they may be flirty with you, and they may say, I screwed up, and they may try to get you to go home with them or something like that, and you're just, well, let's see what your intention is. Page of Pentacles reversed. You're going to absolutely reject any offer they have for you. What else? The Magician. I think any interaction with them that you have will be very intentionally. You might even flirt with them back, but just to, at the end of the night, say, no, I'm not going home with you. King of Swords reversed and Six of Cups. I think you had a connection with this person. But you might have some harsh words for them. Be like, yeah, you did mess up. We had a connection. But you may not mince words with this person if you talk to him again, and also you're very clear about keeping them out of your life. What's a word for Scorpio's person? Vision. Well, they definitely dream about you and think about you. What's a word for Scorpio? Simplicity. You just don't want the drama that this person is bringing. I think this person is really enamored by your beauty, but they just weren't mature enough to see past that. They're still seeing the beauty. You know, they want you on their arm. They want to show you off. I think you know that they don't really appreciate you and who you are. So if you do see them, I think you might kind of fuck with them a little bit. But moving on. You'll be moving on. All right, Scorpio, I hope that helped. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Hey, Sag, this is your all signs reading. Sagittarius, all signs reading for the person on your mind, the person you are not in contact with. Feel free to reverse the roles. All right, Sag, let's see what's going on with your person. Okay, I'm not taking two, so let's keep going. There we go. The Warrior. They may be in hot pursuit of you. Very, very, like this person goes after what they want. This person knows what they want. This person is trying to figure out how to get you back in their life or how to get close to you. They don't really care what they have to do to get it. Like, they'll wait, they'll cross the barren desert. They just know. They know something. I think they feel very connected to you. All right, let's see what else is going on with Sagittarius's person. This might be a new energy for them, for you, because you may not have perceived them in this way in the past. It's almost like they've changed. Something in them has changed or transformed. It could be because you're not in contact with them anymore. Something could have happened in their life. It's like they're seeing the light about your connection. Temperance reversed. They're they're done holding back. Like they don't feel in balance in their life without you. Like it feels like you're like a missing piece for them. Something's missing, and it's you. I think ever since you left their life, they've felt not right. Things haven't felt right. And I think before they did. And now I think I just am tuning into that. When you left, they were kind of copacetic with life. But now as time is wearing on, they're not copacetic. They're not happy with their life without you in it. So they're feeling this urge and this drive to want to get you back into their life, because I think for them, you feel gone. I mean, I don't know. Let's see what these cards say, but that's what I'm picking up on. 3 of Pentacles. They want to work something out with you. They want to figure out a way to make this work. This could have been a work situation where you met them. They may be trying to get other people involved on like how to get in contact with you, or talking even maybe to your friends about like what can I do? What else? One more card for that. 3 of Wands. They don't know what to do, but they don't want to wait. They just want to move forward, but I think they know that they need to have something tangible, like something needs to work. I don't know. Hold on. Let me get this card. 10 of Pentacles. Well, they could be in a third party. I mean, I see there's 2 3s here. There's the 10 of Pentacles. So it's kind of like, if you have a family, you probably need to not have a family coming forward. Or if this is a work environment or some sort of environment where it's like the logistics are making this complicated, you know? They're trying to figure out how to work it all out, though. How do they perceive Sagittarius? Six of Wands reversed, Queen of Swords reversed. That I do get the sense that you're not in the picture. You could be maybe still at the job or something, but like you are not giving this person attention. You have completely turned away from this person. You're focused elsewhere. You're almost like purposely trying to hurt them, to just, you're making a point. You're communicating without communicating. Your lack of engagement, and maybe you did leave and that was that communication. Your lack of engagement is communicating a message to this person, and they're just bound and determined to like override that. How else do they perceive Sagittarius? The Hermit reversed. It's like, I think they're getting the message, but they don't perceive you as, oh, you're going off on your own for your own inner search of yourself and to discover something new for yourself. I think they feel like, yeah, you pulled away because you're sending me a message. Like you didn't leave for any other reason. It's not for you. You left because of me. You left to send me a message. You're not engaging me to send me a message. You're not engaging. It's not that you're not engaging because you're on a path of self-discovery for yourself. Like almost like they think maybe you're playing a game with them. So they're like up to the challenge. They're like, okay, then I'm going to come get you. It's almost like this energetic play between you two. You really may have moved on, gotten a new job, broken up with them, and like you are living a different life. But energetically, it's kind of like cat and mouse. How else do they perceive you? The Wheel of Fortune. They're just like, it's just a matter of time. I'm going to get you back. We're going to meet again. This person is like pretty confident. They're just like, I always get what I want and I'm going to figure this out. That's fine. It might take me a minute. I might have some major obstacles here, but I'll figure it out. You think I won't, but I will. What's their intention moving forward? I mean, I think we can pretty much see what it is, but let's ask again. What's Sagittarius's person's intention in the near future? Keyword being near future, I think. Because I think eventually, this person's, I think, going to eventually figure out a way to cross paths with you. It's just, you know, might be a while for sure. Let's see what the near future is for this person. The World reversed. And they're definitely stuck in what they have going on. The Hangman reverse. Yeah, they're stuck right now. They're stuck. They're frustrated. They can't figure this out right now. Like, it's only going to be a matter of time, but they're just annoyed by the time factor. The time factor is the only thing they can't control. What's your intention with this person? What's Sagittarius's intention? Six of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. I think you're just going to keep moving on, planting seeds elsewhere. Maybe you'll be open to something down the road, but you're just like, well, catch me if you can. We'll see if you get to me quick enough before I really plant roots somewhere else. I think it's slightly amusing for you. Even though you guys are not in communication or in contact, I don't even think you see each other, I'll be honest, but maybe you do in the environment, but you're not talking. And I think you're not too worried about it because I think you guys can feel the energetic pull between you. This could be a twin flame situation where, you know, you just can't get rid of each other ultimately. No matter how many karmics and soulmates get in the way, you know, doesn't really matter. I think you know that. I think they know that too. What's a word for Sagittarius's person? Expansiveness. Yeah, I feel like their world feels small and they feel limited. It's like they want to break free. There's something about you that makes them feel adventurous. That's very enticing. Like you kind of sparked something in them. What's your Sagittarius's word? Balance. Scorpio, I think, just got that. Yeah, I think you're pretty balanced about it. I think you're okay where you're at, and I think you're just confident. Like, yeah, he'll come back. He'll find me. You're just not worried about it. All right, Sag, there's your reading. Hope that helped. Let's move on to Capricorn. This is fun. I like tuning into people, to the people we're not in contact with. I think it's interesting. Feels different every time. All right, Capricorn, this reading is for you. It's an all signs for the person you're not in contact with, person that's on your mind. And feel free to reverse the roles. Okay. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn's person. Too many. What's going on with Capricorn's person who they are not in contact with? The Mentor. So they may be, you know, in a teaching position. They have moved up in their life, gotten a promotion. They may have had an awakening, like they've grown up a little bit. I think something has happened, maybe losing you, has forced them to change their ways, mature. They may be seeking out guidance in their own life. I feel like they've leveled up. What else is going on? Four of Swords reversed, Eight of Cups reversed. Yeah, I feel like they are in a growth phase. They may be in something that they know they've outgrown and they need to walk away from it. It's keeping them small. They're feeling restless, kind of like their wings are too big for the cage. Their wings, the cage is too small. Like they know what they need to do. I think they've wisened up. They're mature. They know they need to tear it all down. But I think they're wise enough to like not be too impulsive about it. They may want a second chance with you. How do they perceive Capricorn? The Sun reversed. We've gotten that a few times. That you're not giving to this person. Maybe you got tired of waiting for them to figure out their stuff. They still haven't figured it out, I think. I mean, it's like mentally they know that they're in a better place, but I don't think they've cleaned up all the mess. Or maybe they want to go back to you, but you're just not really into them anymore. How else do they perceive you? That's what they think. How else do they perceive you? Queen of Cups reverse. Yeah, you're just not there with them. You're not emotionally in it or open to it with them. Like that ship has sailed. Where else? Let's get another card on this person and where they're at for Capricorn. Five of Cups. Yeah, they're not happy in their life right now. I think they're thinking about you, that you would make them happy. But then I think they think that you don't have any interest, so then that makes them unhappy too. They're just kind of like, this growing up stuff kind of sucks. Reality is hitting for this person. It's making them feel unsettled. How else do they perceive you? Knight of Cups. I think they think that you could use some love, some TLC, that you feel closed off. Maybe they walked away from you and it hurt you, so you closed off and they regret that and they feel like they should have treated you better. They just didn't know better at the time. But it's like It's still kind of an immature energy coming through here. Maybe they feel like you need an apology. You deserve an apology. What's their intention moving forward with Capricorn? They could have talked to somebody who like enlightened them and said, you did not treat Capricorn right. You need to apologize. And they're like, oh, you're right. You know, and now they're like, they don't feel good about it. Temperance, their intention for the near future. I don't know. I think emotionally they're not in a good place. Emotionally and mentally, they're kind of still working things out. 10 of Wands. So I do think they are aware they need to make some changes, but they haven't. They're more in a mind state about it. They feel like almost depressed about it because they know what they need to do. They just need to do it. And I think they're avoiding it, maybe. And so they're just not in a good place in their life. I don't see them coming toward you in the near future. What's your intention with this person? What's Capricorn's intention with this person? The Emperor. Eight of Swords reverse. I just don't think... I think you know they're not in a great place. You know, even if they came to you and said, I'm not in a great place, these are the changes I need to make, it doesn't really mean anything until they actually do it. So for you, it's just like, it won't be giving you a reason to open up emotionally to them and be vulnerable. Four of Wands. You just might be moving towards something that does light you up again. Maybe, I don't know, maybe down the road you would be open to something with them. But you'd have to see a lot of changes. What's on the bottom? Page of Swords. Five of Swords reversed and the Three of Swords. Oh, yikes. This person really hurt you. I think they need to give you an apology. They feel like they need to. They want to, but I don't think you're going to get it yet. It's not going to erase what they did to you, the pain. Maybe they feel like maybe you are looking at their life like maybe they chose somebody over you. And you perceive them as being happy in that. So you're like, okay, whatever. Moving on. Maybe you've seen them on social media. Maybe they've seen you on social media, but they're seeing more of a, like, that you're sad or lonely. But you might be seeing them as happy. They might be portraying that, but they're not. They actually really aren't happy. Let's get a word for Capricorn's person. Birth. Someone else got that. Yeah, they're trying to get something new going, but to do that they need to get rid of something. Purpose for you. Yeah, words just aren't going to mean anything to you. You need to see like real intentional action steps. What are they doing? What have they changed? You're just not willing to take words. Just mean nothing to you at this point with this person. This person needs to go through the pain of, you know, birthing something new. They've got some steps in between that and a new life All right, Capricorn, that's your reading. Let's move on to Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. This is your all signs reading for the person that you are not in contact with, the person that is on your mind. Feel free to reverse the roles as needed. All right. Let's see what's up with Aquarius's person. The person that Aquarius is not in contact with. Too many. The crone. This person feels, could be older than you, kind of stuck in their ways, or they have a lot of opinions, convictions about their life or life, people. It might be very wise, might actually be very coming into a spiritual place, like finding conviction, maturing, maybe dealing with their mother, maybe something happened to their mother. What else is going on for Aquarius's person? They may be with somebody who acts like their mother, mothers them. Temperance in reverse. They feel out of alignment. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, I was picking up on that there's someone in their life that is overbearing, like a mother. It could be even like a religious, their church or something is feeling oppressive, their beliefs are changing, and so the situation they're in might not support this change, and so they feel oppressed, kind of like they're suffocating. They're just like, get me out of here. There's an environment factor going on that they're not happy in anymore. I feel like you may have shown them a different side of life that's now making them look at their life in a different way. It's making them feel restless. They're not content. They're not content. They're not happy. It's like they're looking back at their life and they're not happy with how it's played out. The decisions that they've made. 10 of Cups. Yeah, I think they're dreaming about having that, but I don't think they have that. Or they thought they would have that, but they don't have that. It's like they made decisions in their life to fit a certain template that was expected of them, that they just were like, they were raised to believe that this is how it needs to look to be successful, or to be a man, or to be a woman, whatever, that there was a template, and they actually, I think, filled in the template perfectly. And it was supposed to give them happiness, but I don't think they're there. I don't think they have everything they could want, and they're not happy. They could have a mother that's very overbearing, and that's who they tried to please. They could have a wife who is like their mother, mothers them, smothers them. How do they perceive you? 7 of Pentacles in reverse. You're just not putting into them. I think because you're just like, okay, even if this isn't a third party situation, they're still living by somebody else's standards and expectations. And you're just like, you don't live like that. I'm not saying you don't. We all live up to expectations to a point. I think this person is very trapped. And it's like you pulled your money out of that stock, you know? And it was like this person is just so trapped. Like, I'll be waiting forever for this person to get out of that. Well, how else does Aquarius' person perceive them? They really think that you've moved on. And I think it's that you have. Two of Cups. I think you still have feelings for this person. I think you could actually make this person happy. They know that. They know you could. They believe that's what they perceive of you, that you could make them happy. That's what you showed them. Before you came along, the template was working. You kind of like broke the mold. Two of Wands reversed. Yeah, they think that they're not an option for you at all. What's their intention moving forward? They're feeling like restless too because they feel like they've lost you. So it's not just that they're unhappy in their life, but they've lost you. I think you did make them happy. Even if it wasn't like you guys were together or had a lot of interactions, but there was a connection there that gave them something to look forward to. And it gave them enough of a contrast to where they're seeing the reality of their life. Okay, let me get these cards. What's their intention moving forward? Ace of Cups, Five of Cups. If they could just, abandon this template and start over, they would come to you and they would have a new start with you. That you are who they would build something with. But they kind of just feel like they can never have you. I don't see action. I just see more of like a pining energy, a fantasizing energy. What's your intention with this person moving forward? What's Aquarius's intention in the near future? Queen of Cups and Seven of Swords. I think you're just focusing on yourself and figuring out how to navigate your own life. Like you're just being strategic, very intentional about putting into yourself. You might be like working out and doing a good skincare routine and just trying to do things that make you happy. And that's what you need to do. That's really what you need to do. I think you can really feel this person. You have a connection with this person and you would be a great match for this person. But you see the writing on the wall here. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, like you don't fit into their template. You don't fit into this picture that they have built or been expected to build and hold at this image. You don't fit in it. They know you don't. I mean, they don't. That's why they are so drawn to you. You've really shown them a contrast. You are the contrast. And they just can't unsee it. It's like they're having an awakening. Let's see what's on the bottom. Magician reversed, Five of Wands reversed, and Five of Swords. Then we have Five of Pentacles here. I think change is on the horizon for this person, whether they want to do it or not. I think they're going to break this chain here. I think the chain, they're going to break the chains that bind, but it's not, I don't think it's going to be soon. But I don't think they're going to be able to stop this intense feeling of wanting to break free. That's what they want to do. They want to break free. They feel manipulated, trapped. Like, this is what other people want for them. It's not what they want for themselves, what they want to create for themselves. I think they didn't know what they wanted until they met you. They see something in you that is just really in tune and knowing, self-loving, beautiful, vibrant, and they don't feel that in their world. Six of Swords. Here's Six of Cups reversed. Eight of Swords. Like, they just feel so trapped. They want to move on. I think they're going to. They can't stop this train that's coming. It's coming. The freight train is on its way. They see it. It's only a matter of time. But you're not going to wait around, and you shouldn't. Oh, let's do a word. A word for Aquarius's person. Truth. That's exactly what it is. Like, they need to be honest. They need to speak their truth. They need to speak about the truth about how their reality doesn't fit them anymore, and the truth about how they feel about you. What's your word? Openness. I think you are open. I think you're open to possibilities down the road. I think you're just open to life and to what is coming for you. Where are you meant to be? Who are you meant to be with? I think you're open. I think that scares them because they're worried you're going to be open to somebody else, and they don't want you to do that, and that's going to push them. That's going to drive the train to come even faster in their life. Okay, Aquarius, there's your reading. Hope it helped. Let's move on to Pisces. Hey, Pisces. This is your all signs reading for the person you are not in contact with. For the person that is on your mind. All right, Pisces, what's up with your person? What's up with the person that you are not in contact with? The one. Well, I think they think you are the one. They may not have known that until recently. They could just be focusing on themselves right now. Maybe just really having kind of like a life review, like, is it time to settle? Like, maybe I should start settling down. I mean, maybe it's time, and they realize that you would have been a great person to settle down with. 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups. Yeah, they think, wow, they really think you are the one. Okay. Why are you guys not in contact? What's going on there? I got to get a couple cards on that. What's going on? Why is Pisces not in contact with this person? If this person thinks Pisces is the one who would fit perfectly and make a beautiful life, they can make a beautiful life with Pisces. Why are they not in contact? What's going on? 8 of Swords reverse. Oops. All right, I'll take these. 8 of Swords reverse, Temperance, 5 of Wands. I think you guys are not in contact because this person maybe just kept their options open. Maybe you guys fought. Like, I think maybe you fought about commitment, a lack of commitment. This person wasn't really a go-getter when it came to nailing it down with you. I think maybe they made it clear that, you know, they're not the settling down type, but they've changed their mind now. They've changed their mind, but that's not how it was before. So how do they perceive Pisces now? Ace of Pentacles. That you have a lot of potential you'd be a great person to start something up with. Four of Wands. Yeah, they perceive you as just being a perfect person to be with now. They know now. They've made up their mind. It's very clear for them. Very, very clear. How else do they perceive you? They could perceive you as having planted seeds somewhere else, being happy somewhere else with someone else. Six of Pentacles. They feel like you guys would be a great match. I'm really trying to figure out what went wrong here. I mean, I get that this person was not the committal type, or just not making you feel like you were important or special enough to be committed to and just be exclusive. But I think you guys must have had just a really good dynamic. You're a really good fit for each other. How do you feel about... Oh, look what I see. Three of Swords. The Emperor. Okay, I'm not going to take all these, but how do you feel? Three of Swords and the Emperor. I think they broke your heart. Like you were being... not you. Your person, Pisces, was being stubborn, thinking they were all that and a bag of chips. You know, they didn't need to commit to you. They could get anybody, and they refused to see the connection and how good of a match you were. Okay, what's their intention to you now? What's their intention to Pisces now? Whoops. What's their intention now? Ten of Pentacles. Wow, they want to come. They want to nail it down. They really want to nail it down. Two of Swords, but they know that you might not be as open. Like, I think at one point you knew and they were being Two of Swords about it. Now they know and they think you're being Two of Swords about it, and it's making them Two of Swords about it, like rethinking or second guessing, unsure. They're uncertain. They're not confident if this would be well received, if you'll take them back, restart this again. If they can convince you. What's your intention with this person? Now I'm really curious. How do you feel, Pisces? What are you going to do if this person comes to you and says, you're the one? What are you going to do? King of Wands. You might be tempted, that's for sure. You might be angry. Like, really, now? I think there's definitely passion still between you guys. You're attracted to this person. The Hangman reverse. I think you're not going to know what to do. I think it's going to be hard for you to be convinced that this person really does think you're the one. You still might view him or her as a player. And they might be like, no, I've changed. And you're just like, I don't know. Have you really? Let's get one more. Seven of Cups reverse. I think, yeah, I think you're just going to be confused. you're like, I don't think you're going to trust what this person is saying. That they're just, spinning a story that maybe isn't rooted in reality. Because they really, they messed up a good thing. It's like you were fighting for this and they weren't. And, it made you feel, it kind of took the fun out of it. It kind of took something from you in this dynamic where you're just like, I don't know if I'll feel that again with you. I definitely think you might not trust this person. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Cups reversed, 10 of Swords, and Strength. Ooh, I think you're going to walk away. I don't think this connection is going to manifest the way this person wants now. I think you're going to teach a lesson. Oh yeah, the Empress. Like that's what you get for not appreciating me. You snooze, you lose. What's a word for Pisces person? Openness. I think we just got that for Aquarius. They hope you're open. They want you to be open. I think you need to trust your intuition. We'll see what the angel cards say. Release. Your intuition may very well say, no, I'm not. I've let this go. I'm not going back. And I'll let it go again. But, this person may not even come towards you because of this 2 of Swords, just so you know. But they want to. They see you different, but they may never come to you. You may never hear it from them because they know you won't believe them. Yeah. All right, Pisces. Well, hope that helped. And I hope everyone enjoyed the all signs reading today. I look forward to doing the next one with you all. So take care and I'll see you again soon.